Hi guys, welcome back to Ricket. I'm Naji,
I'm Naba.
and today we just want to talk about Ben Stokes and his impact on the English cricket team and what sort of impact it's going to have in his absence. And obviously, firstly, before we get started, we just want to wish best of luck to his family and hopefully that whatever's happening swings by and that they're all okay. But yeah, what did you make of that, or what do you think is gonna happen like without Ben Stokes there? Like, what sort of impact do you think he has on the team?
Yeah, well, in the words of one of the English players himself, I found this article on Daily Mail earlier today. So they said, "We now have to complete the job without Ben Stokes. He is someone we would miss even if he was unable to bowl or hit a ball. He has such an impact in the changing room beyond what he does in the middle. When I was in quarantine in Manchester, he would come past my hotel room each night after play, as did Joe Root, knock on my door and check on me. He cares about those around him." Those are pretty strong words, I think, coming from one of the English players.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that just shows like what impact he has like on and off the field, I guess. And yeah, I think you see like there's multiple instances where you see his impact. I think a big player that he's been like a mentor. He mentors really most of the players, but one player in particular I see him mentor around a lot is Jofra Archer, I think. Like you see him really get around him every time people are sticking it to Jofra Archer, saying that he's not performing or playing well, or the mistake he made with quarantine in Manchester. Stokes was really behind him. He's like, this is a time when we have to get behind Jofra. And then when he won the World Cup, we saw Stokes was the first one to go and hug and really appreciate him.
Yeah.
And even Jofra says that himself, that Stokes really does help me through stuff.
Yeah.
Things
Through
like
the hard
that.
times.
Yeah.
No, I think that sums up Stokes up quite well. I think that if he's not performing with the bat, if he's not performing with the ball, or if he's not doing some miraculous catch in the field or some fielding, just his presence there really drags the team along, and he sort of gives that morale boost to the team when they're down, which is really important. Which you might not every player can do something like that, and one of the reasons he can do that is because he's actually gone out there and lifted his team almost single-handedly across the line. Edgbaston at the World Cup, he had good performance. And if you just think back to the previous World Cup, where he lost the World Cup, because he got smashed with the 360s.
Oh, yeah, the 2020,
yeah, was it 360s or 460s? Four sixes, yeah.
2016, 2020.
Yeah, so just to think about what sort of journey he's gone through, that he's gone from that sort of player who would have had to deal with that for like a while, that he bowled that over and he would have felt like he lost that game, and then to turn around and then to come to the fact that they're another World Cup, and just to like turn around from being a one-sided spectrum to being an inspirational figure that he is. And yeah, it just really goes to show that even like in his own teammates' words, that even if he's not batting or bowling or doing something like in the field, he really gives them extra morale, which without him they're definitely going to miss him a lot, and it really puts a lot more pressure on Joe Root. I think that he now has to sort of somewhat do that, and maybe do some sort of inspirational performance, or really drag his team along. And I know that I think Naba might have mentioned one of our previous video that we often see like Ben Stokes like run the huddles. I can't remember. There would have been like a game not that long ago that we saw that.
Yeah, against South Africa in the Test tour, where they did strangle back from like the clutches of defeat.
Yeah,
they just got to win because he when they're like down and out, he's like a player who can really like fire them and bring them back in. Like, I'm sure most of you who have played cricket, or even who haven't, any sport where you're feeling down and you could be struggling, and sometimes you need that other player to just go around you and say, no, we're still in this, come on, we can win. Like, we can really get back in there, and it's really good to have those players like in your team. And if I look around at anyone else in England's side, I don't really see anyone else who could fill that role. Definitely. It's definitely a big role to fill. And he's done. And Jarrett knows that's an asset of having Ben Stokes. You can just use him as like a real like. Well, I don't know if you'd say, like a real like round up his team, I guess. Really
almost kind of like what Shane Warne used to do for Australia.
Yeah, actually.
Kind of like that. That's probably a good comparison. Yeah, real inspirational figure, and he can just drag his team along, even if he's not performing or whatnot, or whatever's happening. So. Yeah, that's the type of figure he is, and it's pretty hard to come by those sort of players, and they're worth more than just their numbers.
Yeah,
is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, any final thoughts? I guess my final thought is I think this is probably an opportunity for Pakistan to knock on the door of England and really push them deep.
Yeah.
Without the mental edge of having Ben Stokes. But yeah, I don't know. Did you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, without Ben Stokes there, Pakistan should feel a morale boost to really get back up for this test. I mean, they're obviously going to be feeling down because they did lose a game from a game that they should have won, really. But yeah, this is like a big advantage for them coming into this game. No Ben Stokes, and they should really feel confident that they could come back and win this series 2-1.
Yeah.
Really. Because Ben Stokes won't be there for the rest of the tour.
Yeah.
Next 2 games.
Okay, well, yeah, if you guys like what you heard, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. There's we also do have merch now as well, actually. But we'll put all the details and the links below anyway, so you guys can check it out. And till next time, see you guys later.